we're always talking to you about what you shouldn't do when sourcing. So what about what you should be doing to make your business more successful, profitable, and a happier business for you to run? It's something that I often think about. It's something that over the last 12 plus years of sourcing, as the years have moved on, we've progressed into how we work and changed the way that we work along the way. We've probably faced every obstacle that you can face as a sourcing agent, and we've had big learnings along the way. We've had big losses along the way. The largest fee that we lost was about £24,000. That's a story for another day. So not everything always goes right. It isn't always roses around the door as far as our sourcing business has been concerned, but we have been doing it for over 12 years and we still run a sourcing business today, even though it's only on a part-time basis. So I thought we'd go through a bit of a breakdown of some of the things, and there's a lot of them, that really you should be focusing on and you should know in great detail, and have a really, really strong plan around each of these as to how you're going to understand them, learn them, how you're going to control them, etc. So let's have a look at this list in a bit more detail. Your location that you've chosen. Do you know every nook and cranny? Now, for those of you that don't understand what nook and cranny is, do you know it every street by street? Do you know which areas on your patch are buy-to-let, or HMO, or potential service accommodation? Could be for the people who are downsizing, the people who are retiring, the first-time buyer market. Do you know your area that well? Have you selected your strategies? I hear an awful lot about sourcing agents wanting to do every strategy in every area. Have you selected the strategies that match your area and work well on your area, and you understand them fully? By understanding fully, I mean that you know all of the ins and outs of them, how they should be operated, what the rules are around them, what information your investor is going to need to be able to assess whether the deal works for them or not. Are they relevant to your area? It's no point at all advertising deals for serviced accommodation if there's no market for serviced accommodation in that area. So I underline again, do you understand your area? Do you know it street by street? And are you up to date on that information? How often are you monitoring the changes in sales prices, rental prices, demand, changes in demand? Understanding strategies, choose one or two to work with. Do you understand them fully, and are they relevant on your area? And which part of your area? Not all areas will be buy-to-let, and strongly enough. Not all areas will be HMO or service accommodation or student-let or first-time buyer, or those older people who are empty nesters, as they call them, where the children have grown up and left and they want to downsize. Understand the market that you're going to be marketing to and what their needs are. Investors will hugely thank you for your knowledge, your expertise, and they will respect your understanding of your patch. It may be that an investor says, that's absolutely fantastic, but that strategy isn't for me, and that's absolutely fine. You can't work with everyone, nor should you be trying to. You're more likely to get repeat business if you focus on that smaller area and one or two strategies and know them very, very well. Because no investor comes to the market just wanting one deal. They have short, mid and long-term goals. Whether it's a 12-month plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 15-year plan, it doesn't matter. And in marketing, not that I'm an expert in marketing at all, it's not my thing at all, isn't marketing, but I do know that in marketing, it's much easier to sell multiple products to the same person once they've already bought from you than to keep selling one product to someone that you've never met before. That is a hard ask. That is a really hard ask. So, ask yourself this. Is customer service at the core and the forefront of your business that either you've got set up and you're partially running or you're thinking of setting up? Because customer service matters. I don't understand all the social media stuff or anything, but Sarah, our daughter, does. And she understands the changes in the algorithms on Google and how it works and why they do it. And Google changed their algorithms to match your searches. And the reasons, or part of the reasons why your website presence fluctuates is because you're not matching Google's new settings or algorithms. So if you go to Google and you ask it to search for a red coat, for argument's sake, and it brings you back a whole list of coats, but they're blue, would you be impressed? I don't think so. It's not providing you with the information that you require based on your search criteria. So if your investor gives you a search criteria, but you send them anything and everything that you've got, you're behaving like Google would be if it didn't have the appropriate algorithms. And you will upset some investors. So be honest, upfront, and realistic on those strategies, your knowledge on them, and the information that you're passing on to investors. Don't just send them anything and everything and saying, "Will this be of interest to you? I think this is a great deal for you," which, by the way, you shouldn't be saying anyway. But that doesn't match their criteria. Don't waste their time. Sources complain all the time about investors wasting their time. Don't waste an investor's time. So be open and honest and realistic. Match what the investor wants. Spend time understanding what the investor wants. Just getting a huge list of hundreds into a spreadsheet and firing anything and everything at them, you're behaving as Google doesn't. And Google is very, very successful because it matches what people are looking for. How many times have you gone off searching on the internet for a new TV? And you search for a Samsung 60-inch, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden you get all of these advertisements popping up in front of you. It's because Google knows what you've been searching for and it's trying to match exactly what you want. You need to behave like Google with your investors. You need to understand what it is that they're searching for, what they're looking for, and bring in what matches to them. No surprise invoices to investors. Be very, very clear about your fee structure. How much you want, when you want it. Is it refundable, deductible, or non-refundable? Be very, very clear. Right from the go-get. Not part way through when you send them a deal and they say, "Yes, I want it," and then all of a sudden there's all sorts of expenditure and invoices and all sorts coming out of thin air and they're not expecting it. Estate agents. Make friends with estate agents. Make good friends with estate agents because they are your biggest asset as far as finding deals is concerned. Everyone talks about off-market. But if an investor is truly serious and just wants a deal that matches their criteria and wants somebody else to do the legwork, estate agents in the UK have the biggest market for you to go to. So make estate agents your friend, but do it in the right way. Do not lie about what you're doing. Compliance, compliance, compliance. Yes, I know. I was bound to get that in somewhere. But it's not just about ticking boxes. You can use processes, procedures, risk assessments, documents to enhance your business. They'll make you more streamlined. They'll certainly make you more organised. And they will give yourself a bigger chance of success. Above all, what I would say to you is aim to be a leader in the sector and not a sheep. Don't follow what everybody else does out there. And the law isn't the latest trend. it's static in the main as far as the law is concerned. There are changes that come in occasionally that you need to be aware of, but there are no shortcuts. So be a leader, don't be a sheep. Organisation, get yourself organised, planning, honesty, and above all professionalism will help you stand out to investors in the right way and not the wrong way. You all know from being out in the sourcing sector, it's the Wild West. So be the person that stands out for all of the right reasons and not for all of the wrong reasons, along with all of the sheep. Be the leader in the sector and start leading in a different way rather than following what everybody else does.